how to stay away from the best thing that you love doing every single day, that is scrolling through social media. Or if you are addicted to gadgets, okay, how to stay away from it. If you are somebody who has been thinking, okay, I should spend more time doing something else and I want to get rid of this attachment with this gadget, I can use only when it is needed, then this video is for you. You might have tried out many things and different thing works for different people. Okay, and it also depends on the intensity with which you are attached to your mobile phone or the gadgets that you are using. So to begin with, you need to understand that what you are attached to is not just that item over there. What you are doing is you are putting your time with respect to that gadget, and that is the only thing you cannot get back. Right? So you feel guilty more and you feel like, oh, I could have used the time in a different manner. So apply this technique. This is called as the 90-60-30 rule. Apply this technique and start seeing the changes, how it is incorporating in your life. And this is a very simple technique you can apply, anybody can apply for that matter, because it's the technique itself is in your day-to-day process, so you won't feel like you are doing it like a very complex activity. So what does this mean? So 90-60-30. 90 means that when you wake up in the morning, 90 minutes after you wake up, do not use any gadgets. Typically, let's use the word over here as phone. Do not check your phones. Do not touch your phone. If you are using it as an alarm clock, I would suggest get a traditional alarm clock. Okay, and keep your mobile away from your bed. So 90 minutes after you wake up, do not use the gadget. For that 90 minutes, do the things that you would like doing, like your morning ritual. Let's say you are journaling, you're exercising, meditating, whatever it is, but at least for 90 minutes do not touch your mobile or do not use it. Then 60 minutes. What does the 60 mean? During your entire span of the day, let's say when you're having lunch, when you're spending time with your family, your friends, colleagues, anybody like this, add up that time and make it 60 minutes. So for 60 minutes, you are not going to use your mobile consciously. When you're eating, keep it away. Do not have to scroll and eat. Okay. When you are, even if you feel like, oh, I'm watching a very useful video, or I am listening to a podcast, etc., you can do it some other time. The idea of this is to stay away or cut out your addiction or attachment to that gadget. Okay, so 60 minutes means your food time, your time with your friends and family together, make it 60 minutes. You are going to stay away from it. And 30 minutes means at the end of the day, before going to bed at night, stay away from your phone for 30 minutes before going to bed. Why? Because then your anxiety level, all the hyper, activity that's going on will calm down. Because you're not scrolling through social media unnecessarily. You're not checking your mails, your messages, your notifications, whatever it is. So start practicing this technique at the night. Yes, for that 30 minutes, you can do whatever you feel like. You can journal, you can meditate, or just simply sit, relax, and then go to bed, right? So stay away from gadgets 30 minutes before the bed. And when I say gadgets, I also mean TV in that manner at night. So apply this technique and no changes happen overnight, right? So it takes time to incorporate. But when you practice this technique consciously, you will start developing a pattern that is useful to you. And soon it is going to become like a habitual process. So start applying this technique. And if you're somebody who makes decisions and you feel like, oh, I could have made better decision because the consequence of this decision has turned ugly. So like this, more such things where how you can make better decisions, how you can come out of the phase where you feel guilty, where you feel ashamed about why you made certain decisions in the past and you are still hampering yourself and your life, your work, everything based on that. Then this is the right book for you. 7 Steps from Shame to Being Back in the Game. It's available on Amazon. I have written this book based on my life experience when I made certain decisions, because that was my pattern. And after I made those decisions, the consequences were not in my hand, and it turned ugly. And I went into a huge phase of guilt and shame. And how you can come out of that phase without any medical, assistance, or without shelling bomb on your pocket, okay, without burning a hole in your pocket, and how you can come out from that rock bottom phase or the suicidal phase. You can't talk to anybody and be back in the game of life. Everything is mentioned in that book, and there are exercises for you to do. It is written in very simple, easy language so that anybody can read it and anybody can understand very quickly. So this is something you should definitely go and read it. So grab your copy from Amazon today. And if there are any questions, anything that you would like to share, you can share in the comment section, or you can write to me in the email ID given in the description. So apply this technique which I mentioned, and that is also mentioned in this book, by the way. So go ahead, apply this technique and let me know. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.